Senator Barbara Mikulski. She's from East Baltimore, just like me. She grew up in Highlandtown. She went to the Institute of Notre Dame, right there on Asquith Street, and she lived most of her life in Fells Point. She's the longest serving woman in Congress, and she also starts her day here and ends her day here in East Baltimore.
As a social worker myself, Senator Mikulski has been a big inspirational to me. I feel like she's lived out the ultimate social worker's dream, going from helping people grassroots on to a national level. She has showed us that she's never ever truly left the true spirit of what she believes in, and that is being a social worker, back to basics, helping families.
Leslie, the ERA was introduced in the Congress 60 years ago. Since it was originally passed in 1970, we've had 13 years of debate. 35 states have adopted it. We've had so much discussion on it, and I'll tell you, if they think they're offended by this process, I've been offended by the process of what's happened to women for 200 years.
I want to ask, because of the tenacious leadership of Senator Mikulski, today I'm able to raise my family here in Fells Point. Her organizing ensured that Fells Point and many other Southeast neighborhoods were not leveled to make way for the construction of a highway many years ago.
Senator Mikulski has served the people of Maryland for 38 years. She's been our champion in preserving our industries, saving jobs in poultry and seafood. She saved the Hubble telescope. Senator Mikulski has been a great leader for the people of Maryland. She demanded that the National Institute of Health include women in their clinical trials. She did that. And thanks to Senator Mikulski, there's an Office for Women's Health Care at the National Institute of Health. She's done some big things for the people of Maryland and our nation.
Barbara Mikulski was the first woman elected to the United States Senate in her own right. When elected, she said, "Although I'm first, I want to be first of many." You know, it's not an accident that Barbara Mikulski became the chair of the U.S. Senate Appropriations Committee. And you know, it's not an accident that I became the chair of the House Appropriations Committee, just like my mentor.
What you don't see on C-SPAN or read in the newspapers is how Senator Mikulski's colleagues come up to her all the time to seek her help and advice, particularly the women. And she helps them with committee assignments and how they can be more effective in representing their constituents. The Democratic caucus is much stronger today, much more effective, thanks to Senator Mikulski's leadership.
Like so many of my fellow women senators, I will always remember Barbara's kindness and wisdom. When I was elected in the 2000 election, she was one of the first calls I got. It went something like this: "Congratulations. I followed it. That was a hard-fought race. Now you need to figure out how to be a senator, since you've been elected to serve as one." And she came over and sat down with me and started giving me a tutorial that stood me in such good stead. She understands that, yes, we have to work on macro issues, but also macaroni and cheese issues, too.
She's always pushing me for more for Maryland, for jobs in biotech and space tech, for support for Eastern Shore watermen, for making college more affordable for middle-class families. Senator Mikulski is always pushing for Maryland. She's the leader on equal pay for equal work, on making quality childcare more affordable for more families, on making targeted tax cuts available for the caregivers. All of it gets done because Barbara Mikulski makes sure it gets done.
And when I get ready to take on a tough battle for the families in my district, I think of her rallying cry.
Suit up.
Suit up.
Suit up.
Square your shoulders.
Square your shoulders.
Square your shoulders.
Put on your lipstick.
Put on your lipstick.
Put on your lipstick.
And start a revolution.
Start a revolution. And fight the revolution. For jobs today and jobs tomorrow.
And the ability to retire with dignity.
Efficient public transit for all.
To help seniors stay in their homes.
For gun laws that protect our kids.
For our children, because they are our future.
We need to fight for clean air, clean water, and act on climate change.
For equal rights and racial justice.
Paid family leave.
For restoring and expanding voting rights.
To show our hearts for veterans.
Comprehensive immigration reform.
And for a better life for all Maryland families.
Thanks, Senator Barb.